Sus. Once again. Me, JT.
Mike B.
All right.
Up in this piece.
Yeah.
Mike B.
Oh.
Up in this piece.
Up in this. See, I can deal with that. I can deal with that.
Because it ain't singing.
Yeah. You would have given Mike. But anyway, people. It's us.
I feel like we was a little too hyped for what we gonna talk about today. Let me take it back.
Might as well start off Ferguson. You know, the verdict came down, and my man got off. What's his name?
Darren Wilson.
Darren Wilson. Got off.
Me and the rest of the world drinking.
Oh, yeah. Straight up, might be. So there's not going to be a trial. And, you know, as far as the case, I think, you know, the prosecutor, I guess, didn't do his due diligence in presenting,
Do you think
the case. You know, there were said to be holes in, you know, what the man was you know, presenting, and
holes in the investigation, holes in the evidence.
It was
holes everywhere.
That's it. You sound like
Lucas,
club.
got holes.
There were holes everywhere. But yes, but man, you know, like I always say, you know, that train is never late. I've never known it to be early.
Okay.
But it's right. It's right on time. Just there. You know, and it's something that I wouldn't. You know, I wouldn't say expect. And it's almost like okay, this is what happens in America. You know, in cases like these, there's very little justice. You know what I'm saying? There's really, you know, and I don't know
what we deem, you know, justice. Because there are people, you know, there was a grand jury who listened to the evidence and weighed everything that they were presented and felt like it wasn't a need to actually take this case to trial. So if you call that justice, you know, I think it's the way our justice system is set up. I mean, it's set up to be a pretty much against us.
Talking about us as black folk?
Yeah. I mean, that's all I can be.
Yeah.
Shoot. Especially black men. You know, that's...
You already starting, you know, off with a negative. Yeah. You know, there's no plus in the situation.
We always in the
just because, you know, you're a black male, you're already starting off
in the red.
You know, in the red. And, you know, just you know, somebody reading off a black male, okay, you already got thoughts racing in, you know, other people's minds of, you know, what's gonna go on. You know, he might have a degree, but what does mama do? You know, what does daddy do? You know, what's his family like? You know, we can't just be on our own merit that, you know, like, you know, what we do is, you know, is good or acceptable, or, you know. I saw what's his name, John, the guy that's on Comedy Central, Jon Stewart.
That sounds familiar, yeah.
Jon Stewart. And they did a little test. They had like a white guy that didn't look like anything, semi, you know, homeless, hobo-ish. And they had a black guy, you know, clean cut, suit and tie. And, you know, and the guy, the guy walked in, and this is like an executive building, you know, just walked in, you know, asked, you know, where to go, and they told him. And like the black guy, you know, they kind of semi-harassed him, or like asking him just out the blue questions, you know, like, yeah, basically, why are you here type deal.
Yeah, we're not used to your kind. Even though he didn't look like he was going to cause some trouble. But that's just that's America. That's the way shit's set up.
You know, and it's 2014, you know, and so I don't see when people say, you know, we've made progress. And I think progress as far as it not being open. you know, in your face. But, you know, it's behind the scenes, you know, now. You know, they're not just, it's against the law to be racist now.
You talk about progress as far as racism.
Yes.
Okay, I'm thinking about progress as far as black people. We've made.
Well, we made sure, yeah.
Well, damn.
We ain't shit.
What are we doing?
My mama wasn't shit.
Why
My daddy wasn't shit. You know, nah. We made some progress.
I'm destined not to be shit. Well, thank you. I didn't know that's the reason we was doing the show. I guess this is why I drink.
But that's the truth, though. We you know, in this country, you know, we're destined not to be shit. Because the rules aren't applied to us. You know, we had to fight just to have rules. You know what I'm saying? Because it wasn't fairness at all. And so, you know, the little, you know, it gets to a point where you get tired of always fighting for something that you already should have. You know what I'm saying? And that's how black people feel in this country. And for some reason, you know, only a few white people get it. I ain't gonna say all white people is just dumb, but you know, only white people, you know, actually look they out, you know, have eyes, you know, through a black person and actually can see what's going on, you know, and support whatnot. But this is everyday shit. Every day.
Yes, sir. You
don't know when you're gonna get pulled over. Just like last month I told you I got pulled over. The guy said because my tag was over my last year's tag, but you only could.
He said he can see a hint. He can see a hint,
and so he thought I just making sure it wasn't a stolen car.
He was hoping that you was like drunk.
Yeah.
Had an open container. Had a pistol in your lap. You know how y'all do.
and what he told me, he said, it's your lucky day today. You know, I'm gonna let you off because you know usually and I think I'm like, well, you must gonna stop a lot of people, man.
If it's my lucky day,
yeah, because
it's your lucky day. It damn near was your lucky day, JT.
I guess
pistol whipped your ass.
Yeah, that was my luck. I didn't get my ass whooped.
And that's the sad part. Yeah, but that's how we think because it could have happened. Broad daylight. Nighttime, it don't matter the time of day, it don't matter the neighborhood.
It don't matter. It just pops up.
If you black and you driving, there's a possibility.
You get reminded that you black. I mean,
it seems like it happens though when you start to feel comfortable.
when you get too comfortable.
You're going back and forth to work, you're chilling, all of a sudden you bouncing too hard. So now you suspect, your music too loud. Like
your dread too long.
Yeah, that's why I drive under the speed limit. I make sure I have on 2 seatbelts.
But that's just you. You can do too much.
I do enough not to get pulled over.
Over 10 and 2.
But you damn right because look at me. I look suspect.
But that 10 and 2 ain't gonna work. It
ain't gonna stop. Yeah, I understand.
You know what? It don't matter. It don't matter, man. It don't matter. Both of us look suspect. Both of us got the.
You look more suspect to me.
Oh really? Put some glasses on me, I look studious. It don't matter what. But I still get my ass whooped though. I still get the baton up against my head.
Shoot, they ain't even doing that no more. They just pulling out the pistol and shooting. So,
Yeah, like the guy said, let me see your ID. So I'm doing what you tell me to do.
And then you start shooting at him, busting at his ass at the gas station or something.
It ain't funny, but it's like, come on now, what you want me to do?
Let me see your ID.
Okay,
I don't get it. And you,
then my nigga's like, oh shit. I'm like, what you want me to do? What do you want me to do? I don't know. I really don't know.
Who was that? Who was it on the Wiz? Was it Michael Jackson?
You can't win.
The song "You Can't Win."
I think they wrote that, underneath for black folk.
Yeah,
because that
we didn't know. I thought it was
that song again. Yeah. And you can't get out of the game. Move your ass to Australia.
Don't just pray for Ferguson. pray for
black folk. Put us on the prayer list.
On the prayer list.
Put black folk on the prayer list. Ray Rice. He's in the news again. My brother's been let off. of his suspension.
Mm-hmm.
It's been word basically saying, you know, not too many teams are, you know, I think they said like 4 teams are interested, but
they probably ain't gonna say nothing. Just
they ain't gonna. I don't think they. You know, I think it gets to a point because we're getting close to the playoffs.
Mm-hmm.
Like was it 3rd December? What is it? November.
Today's the last day of November. Tomorrow's the
Mm-hmm.
first.
So we probably got a good month of football. About 4 more weeks. About 4 more games.
Okay.
4 or 5 more games. And so, you know, people probably, you know, get desperate if they might lose somebody within that time.
Mm-hmm.
You know, I think that's the only reason I think that somebody can pick, you know, will pick them up.
Mm-hmm.
But because at the end of the day, you know, it's about money. And if you need, because Ray Rice is a good football player. Mm-hmm. To me, he's like one of the top 5 running backs. He can catch, he can run. He's only like 27, 28, so he's young still.
Mm-hmm.
And so, you know, he you know, the law says he's free and clear,
Mm-hmm.
and now the league says he's free and clear. So, you know, right now, to me, I don't see it unless you have some high, holy as thou moral code. I don't see nothing wrong with the man playing again or playing right now. You know, as soon as he gets a chance.
Well, I feel like that's what it's going to boil down to is a moral code. You know, they're going to be a lot of,
because ain't nothing else holding them back.
Yeah, a lot of teams is like, I think I heard a commentator even talking about as far as the Chiefs picking them up. It's like, but we don't want,
but we don't need them though.
That beat their wife.
That's it.
You know,
if we needed them, that's what they somebody would be calling up, seeing what's going on, and that's the damnest truth. Cause shit, man. Hey, if you trying to win, you trying to win.
Mm.
And right now, I'm pretty sure you know you can get cheaper for what he's really worth.
And you've always been
now.
one like a. I think that was your stance. Like, you know, it's almost like they double punishing him. Mm-hmm. Because they had already, you know, made him go through counseling or whatever and all that. Then came back and was like,
yeah, and then they said, "Oh, fuck all this." You know we.
And then your other quote, like, "There's no pretty knockouts."
Yes,
you know,
he told the truth. Mm-hmm. I mean, what you want the man to say? You know what?
I reared
the
back,
shit out of her.
I beat her like she stole something.
He told you what he did. Mm-hmm. You know, and I don't see, and that's what I'm saying. I don't see the difference. Because I don't even want to go rehash that. Mm-hmm. I really don't. But I didn't see.
We've been hearing more from the wife lately. Have you?
Oh yeah, I heard her in a interview, and she was speaking on it, and you know she basically just still supporting them. She ain't nothing really.
Now, well, I was gonna let you finish, but one thing I feel like I heard her say was that she never watched the second tape. Like, she saw the first tape, and, you know, it was a little damaging, and it made her feel some type of way, but they got past that, and she just couldn't fathom watching that second tape.
I think it might be healthy.
To watch it?
To not watch it. To, you know, if as far as relationship sake, you know, if you're trying to forgive a person, it's not good to rehash. I mean, of course, you don't forget, so you don't make the same mistake. But, you know, just you know, trying to relive the situation, I don't think it's healthy. Once you go past of reconciling with the person, you know, I think between that time of reconciling, you already just rehashing shit. You know, this motherfucker. You know, before the forgiveness comes in. But once you had that reconcile time, and you know,
there's really no point.
And you actually forgave the person. I don't see a reason why to look at it, and then that brings feelings on back again. You feel like some type of way,
like that,
you know, and I don't think that would
make me. I would feel some type of way.
Yeah, you know, I don't think it's healthy, but some people might disagree, you know. But and I think she said
that was the first time he had done it.
Yeah, it was like that's the first time he hit her. That's the first time she's hit him. And you know, he even went to her parents, and I mean he done everything that you want a man to step up and do. You know, he went to her family and apologized to the family. He apologized to his mother. You know, because you know you didn't raise me like this. You know, he did everything. He stepped up as a man. You know, because some men just don't do that shit. You know,
yeah,
and that comes to make me think of like what everybody else was saying about him. You know, because close people, like he's not like a, you know, that type of person. You know, he really cares about community and all that. You know, I don't know what went on. You know, what started something had to happen. You know, for him to have that type of reaction to what she was doing or saying. So you know, I mean, he stepped up. You know, I mean, what you want? You want people to, you know, do that. You know, and ask for forgiveness. You know, so hey, if he's done all that, I don't think we should have some type of grudge on the man anymore. You know, what's your thoughts?
I don't know. I mean, I kind of felt the same way you felt. You know, before I watched the second tape, like you know it. Well, remember when we watched the second tape, I actually didn't see the punch. I just saw the movement. I didn't see him actually hit her.
Like a pimp hand.
Yeah, like a. And then you know, she went down. You know, everybody interpreted it however they interpreted it.
Yeah.
I just felt like it was. He shouldn't have done it. You know.
Of course.
Also, she shouldn't have done what she did.
Of course.
And I think she admitted that, and he did the same. So, hey, in my eyes, if she likes it, I mean, if she's still there with him, she supports him. What the hell I got to do with it?
And that's really what it boils down to. Might be, you know, if you can only, you know, you can advise, and you know, and you can, you know, be there from a distance support. You don't have to support the relationship if you don't, you know, agree with it.
Yeah.
But you know, just be there for the person if they need it, and that's pretty much it. If they, because people gonna do what they gonna do, grown folk gonna do what they gonna do. So hey, I ain't, I ain't wasting my time. I ain't got time.
You got time.
No, I mean to actually keep on worrying about somebody that don't want no help. No, I really don't. Might be. Maybe your time is different than mine.
Make time, JT.
Okay, what if you make time and they still shit on your ass?
That's what people do. That's what people do.
And that's how I know.
They keep coming back wanting advice, but they still stay there, still get pushed around.
And that's when I say, well, you know what I'm going to say.
Yeah. So what?
And that's why, and I'll leave it at that.
Why are we here?
Why? And you keep on coming back. That's why I like you, might be. You don't bore me down with all your problems. You might have something, you might tell me or something, and we done. You know.
I ain't got time for my own problems. Maybe that's the problem.
You know what I'm saying? If you need, yes. You know, but if that's all your relationship is me listening to your problems, that ain't no friendship. You might as well get paid and be a counselor or, you know, a psychiatrist.
Something.
I'm sorry, man. I ain't getting nothing out of this. But I'm depressed.
Yeah,
now I'm depressed. They done put an old depression spirit on my ass.
You feeling some type of way about the shit they going through.
You stabbing at people, you going home, what the fuck you say to me? You know? And you don't know where it come from. It come from the...
that spirit they done put on you.
I ain't got time, might be.
I'm with you, brother.
But anyway, folks, I'm off my soapbox. You got anything else to say, Mike? My Chiefs are about to play. You know
I don't really care, but
Sunday. My Jays won earlier today. It feels a little bit better since the last time you saw me, guys. You know,
you was semi-depressed.
Oh man, we got our ass
by Oakland.
Yeah, Oakland, and then my Jayhawks lost to Kentucky. We bounced back.
So that might mean positive things for your Chiefs.
Oh, let's hope. And it's against Denver.
Oh well.
Any Denver fans out there?
I don't know. I can't stand it. I hate that damn quarterback. I hate him with a passion. He ain't never did shit to me.
Hey.
But I cannot stand Manning. But
thank you. We in the same boat. I respect what the man do.
You can't, but yeah, he good. That boy good though.
I respect what he do, but he can kiss my ever-loving ass.
I got so much. That man ain't never did nothing to me.
Not one thing.
But I hate that man. And I'm like, that's why I can't play football. I can't play sports because I know my heart. Shoot, I know. I will jump across that line and I will fucking, you know what? Let me not speak this on camera. just in case.
It start cussing and everything. The hate is real, huh, Mike? Straight up, man. If y'all have any comments, leave them. Any suggestions, go ahead. Till next time, people.